Hello, it is SeahawksFan with another Go Battle League video. We got the mighty Shadow Poliwrath. For Ultra League, it is a menace. It is one of the best things to use in Ultra League this season now. Also got Talonflame, a very good Pokemon. Not one of the best, but very good. And a Shadow Gramble. So double Shadow team, very powerful. And let's Flame Charge up against the Blaziken, get a shield. And we're going to be able to get to a Brave Bird, but I actually click for the Flame Charge, but still get the shield, thankfully. And Gramble's going to clean up this chicken. Not trying out Fly on a Blaziken yet, but definitely is a good move. I just want to stick with focusing on Poliwrath, and I have a Brave Bird still, because it is a nuke move. And the Sylveon goes down. They concede. Okay, we got the Scolipede. That's pretty interesting. Talonflame's going to want to cook it. And I'm going to be no-shielding this Swampert. Going for the Brave Birds. Can I get to a second Brave Bird? I know Mudshot does like nothing. And even with the defense drop, I time it and get both shields. Now, interesting position for me, because I can resist the Hydro Cannons just fine. I am going to need some good energy for that Scolipede. Icy Wind is a good move, and they time it right, being able to get some nice damage. I'm going up Icy Wind. Did they swap? Oh, yeah, they swapped into the Scolipede and saved the Swampert. It's kind of interesting, but Charm. And they survive on 1 HP. That is frustrating. Am I going to lose because of that? Yeah. Had I had the shield, well, I could have gotten the farm down. But it's fine. It happens. Up next, we got a Poliwrath. A less cool non-Shadow Poliwrath. Nice. Let's Icy Wind straight away. Get them doing less and less damage. We each dealing them about the same amount of damage, but I got the attack drop first, and I get a second attack drop, and they just gonna let the second move go still. So I'm gonna be getting the farm down, and I have Icy Wind for what is next. Let's go. And it's Cresselia. Okay, that's handy. That is a handy thing to have an attack drop on. And unless it's a future sight, Cresselia, going to be pretty fine with the Talonflame. And they bring in a Giratina. So that gets rid of the attack buff, but it's fine because I am able to just charm this Giratina down to red before I bring back the Talonflame and get some energy. I don't want to take up Ancient Power, so that's why I'm scared. Although it's only Dragon Claw, I could have been fine. But one more Incinerate before it's Flame Charge time. And that was only a Grass Knot, trying to get my last shield with a good value move, but haha. Now that's one Incinerate that I needed. Ooh, it's Moonblast, let's go. Fantastic position, able to resist the fight. It resists the fairy, and one final Flame Charge. Could have gone for Brave Bird, but I take the win either way. Let's see, Poliwrath faces up a Togekiss, so gotta swap into the Talonflame, and they're gonna bring in Swampert. I do kind of want to try and win alignment, so I don't have my Togekiss. Well, their Togekiss up against my Shadow Poliwrath. I need to match up the Fairy v Fairy matchup and hope that Poliwrath can deal with what's in the back. Able to get the last shield, although at this point, I get taken out. So it's going to be a job for hoping to have an Icy Wind for that Togekiss and then bringing in the Charmer And oh my gosh, they had Sludge Wave. I survived barely. Now it's the Charmer. And it's a Hoa. Okay, great. Well, there's me being toast. Yep, just bad alignment. Could not get the right matchup. We both swap, interestingly enough. Very interesting. I was scared of Grass Move, but he swapped into Purified Gliscor, and I bring in my Shadow Gramble. Gonna no-shield that Night Slash, thankfully, and I shielded up the Earthquake. Lots of energy on the dog. Crunch getting a shield. And I can't get to a second move, but let's bring in the Talonflame. And it's a Suicune in the back. Let's go. It's a dog. And they concede. Let's go. They knew the Icy Wind was coming, and now we got a Cobalion. Counters are adding up. They bring in a Regirock. They're not going to like the Scald. Kaboom. And let's go for the counters. Now, even a Stone Edge, I do want to shield. Have plenty of health for that. What comes next? And it's a Togekiss. Well, here is where we bring in the Talonflame. Because I can throw Gramble up against what's ever in the back. With what's remaining, and Talonflame best wants to see this thing. Able to resist the fast move. Yeah, shield for the rock move, but it's fine. Incinerate is going to chunk. And then it's still going to chunk this Cobalion. And they do have a Stone Edge ready. But we bring in the Shadow Poliwrath. They're going to throw a move. It is not going to knock out, but let's bring in the Gramble to reveal the final member and get the win. We got another Cobalion, a shiny Cobalion. Gonna no-shield whatever is thrown. Good damage, but let's go for the Icy Wind this time. Doesn't get a knockout. Ooh. I hope that's just a Sacred Sword, and it is. Should have thrown the Scald to have more health, but it's fine. We got a knockout. We have alignment. And we get the shield from the Guzzlord. And it gets absolutely torn to shreds. Their backline is so weak to this scramble. They met their match with this team. Whew. Boy, that's a destruction by the Shadow Gramble. That's exactly what I wanted to see in the back. Now we got Virizion. Got to swap. Bringing in my Charmander. And this is actually a pretty precarious situation for me. I can't win alignment, but I do get them to throw a move, so they're not maxed energy, which is very nice. Gonna bring in the Poliwrath. I do shield the fly. Can I get the farm down? I'm not gonna commit to shield. And let's bring in our Talonflame. Can I get the clean sweep? Can I just destroy? We got a Cresselia. Let's go for the Flame Charges now. With enough attack boost, I can just completely nuke that Virizion. Okay. Yellow health for the Cresselia. This is a pretty great team. Have some nice safe swaps for the Poliwrath. Oh, man. This Virizion is going to be toast. 2 incinerates and it's gone. GG. And we're going to swap into the Talonflame for that Purified Gramble. Shadows take extra damage from Purified Pokemon, so that's even more reason to get out of the Fighting type v Charmander matchup. And they're actually staying in, but only a shield piece committed. Time for Waybird. Time to nuke. Do I land the nuke? I get the last shield, and I get to a second Brave Bird, and they are toast with the attack boost especially. And I have my own Gramble to shred their fighter, but their fighter is no match and has no escape. Ooh, we got the Regirock. Let's go. Another Regirock in the lead, and they try and catch a move, but they fail. So I go for the attack drop, and then I'm going to catch the Grass Knot on the Fire Flying type. Big brain plays. And they're going to Moonblast, and they're in no position. Now I'm maxed out on energy. Time to start throwing the flame charges. Should have thrown it sooner, but it's fine. And I get the Incinerate down at this point. I have a couple flame charges ready. I should go for the Brave Bird, but it got shielded, so it's fine. Brave Bird lands. Let's bring in the Shadow Poliwrath back. Get back to dominating this game with it. And yep, Regirock didn't want any of that business. Shadow Poliwrath is a menace. And we got a flyer. We got a fly in the lead. Well played, game. Gonna go for the Icy Wind, getting a shield. I imagine it's a Feather Dance, but I can't chance it. Gonna bring in my flyer. They're gonna counter with the Tapu Fini. Now, am I gonna be able to get to 2 Brave Birds? No, I cannot, but thankfully I survived just long enough to not get water gunned down. So let's bring in my fairy to counter their fairy at the end. They're actually going to bring back the Pidgeot, which is fantastic. Although they get the shield with Feather Dance, and they get to another Feather Dance. And I'm going to throw move, even though I should have swapped instantly. Big regrets, but let's go for the Icy Wind. Able to get a shield. Let's go. It's crunch time. Had I had the shield, had I had the crunch, I would be looking in a decent position. I need another crunch now. I'm not sure if it would have done enough damage, but dang nabbit. Okay, let's see what's next. We got a Venusaur. That's a pretty big counter. Although I'm going to stay in for a bit before going for my shield, because I'm going to get KO'd by a Frenzy Plant. But Icy Wind gets a shield, and we catch. Nope, we don't catch. But we bring in their Swampert before I'm debuffed. So now I max energy, get that Brave Bird, get the second Brave Bird, and kaboom, this Swampert. And we bring in the Lugia. Okay, this is interesting. Gonna be totally resisting the Dragon Tail, but I can also get a big KO with that crunch. And they're gonna bring in their Venusaur, and it's gonna get wrecked by the Ice Punch, Icy Wind with no shields. Now, they're doing some good damage. Gonna go for Scald. Stab Scald. Brings them to red health. And I get the counter down. And that's Shadow Poliwrath. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a really good team. Shadow Poliwrath, 10 out of 10 recommend for Ultra League right now. Unless something drastically changed by the time you're watching this video. Maybe after the time season. Adamant of time season. But hit that like button. It turns blue. It totally doesn't give you shiny luck. But subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.